Good morning. My name is Jeff Kaiser. I'm the training director for the Finger Lakes Law Enforcement Academy. On behalf of Finger Lakes Law Enforcement Training Committee, the Corrections Officers Class of 2025, I wish to welcome each of you to this year's basic course for Corrections Officers graduation. This is the first time that the Finger Lakes Law Enforcement Academy has held this course. It was very enjoyable. Everybody that's taken part of this class has worked really hard, and I'm looking forward to getting to honor them today with all of you. Before we begin, just point out fire exits. You can see all the signs for different locations. There's a couple back here, but mainly it routes you right out to the back. If you want to take photos at any time, please come down. We do have somebody here taking photographs for us and the agencies, so please just try to work around them. Once you take your photo, go back to your seat so we can make sure we don't have a traffic jam down here with everybody. If you have phones, please just put them on silent or mute for now, so they're not going off during the ceremony. At this time, I would like to ask everyone to stand and remain standing as the class enters. After they've arrived on stage, please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order! Take seat!
Everyone, please be seated. For those of you that have family that couldn't be here, this is being broadcast by FLTV, which is part of FLCC, so I want to just thank them right now so it doesn't get forgotten. They've been here with us for dress rehearsal. There's numerous people, I don't want to forget anybody's name, but there are several of them that have come set up cameras, did a dress rehearsal with us, made sure everything would go, cameras in the right place, lighting was right, taking time out of their day to help us out. So we really appreciate them being here for us for this. I also want to thank Chief Deputy Richard Reed from Seneca County Sheriff's Office. He's our drill instructor who just brought everybody in, and he's helped us get ready for this. We greatly appreciate all the help he has. He also helps me out with a basic police academy. If you didn't see, there's a lot of representatives, sheriffs, and other admin, as well as Chief Nielsen, who is our board chair for the Finger Lakes Law Enforcement Academy. They're all here, and I thank all of you for the support, coming to support them as they've graduated. I know you're looking forward to get them back in your jails so you have more help. They've all worked really hard, and I'm sure they're going to be prepared well for that. Not all the instructors are here, but I just want to say it to all of our sheriffs and the admin that are here. The instructors that you gave us to help teach over this 11 and a half weeks did a phenomenal job. I couldn't have done it without them. They really show compassion. They show how much they truly care about making these corrections officers be prepared and ready to go, so when they're working side by side, they can believe in everything that they do. I just really want to thank all the families as well for being here to support these 17 men and women. All the accomplishments that they've made, they showed up day one, not knowing what to expect. And your family and friend support has helped them carry through all this. They started on February 24th, not knowing that they were going to end up with physical fitness training, which is not typically required, but we added in this year as part of just overall well-being and good mindset. They've taken penal law, CPR, first aid, defensive tactics, reality-based training, and firearms. There's many other topics that they have to do as well. I spent 20 years in Geneva Police Department, retired from there in 2022. I can say I never made it past booking in an Ontario County jail or any other jail. When I went with them, I've always had a huge respect for all corrections officers, but when I went with them to taser training, and they were doing scenarios in a pod at Ontario County, and as the door closed behind me and I heard that lock, it was knowing that I'm in there with all cops, corrections officers, I know I'm safe, there's no inmates in there. It was a whole new world, a reality that I ended up with an even larger respect for all these corrections officers. To be in a pod, one person with 8, 10, 12, 15 people, the bravery they have every day is astounding, and I take a lot of pride in getting to know all of them and know that they're going to be doing this. This class has had an immense amount of camaraderie. They work together. They've cheered each other on during PT, yelling in all positive aspects just to keep each other motivated, pushing through when they're hurting, when they're tired. They've just done a good job to keep everybody going. They've built such a great team bonding that I think that you'll see these guys sticking together throughout their careers, even though they're not working at the same agencies. You all know the meaning of honor, courage, and integrity. Remember this as you move forward over your years in your agency. You started your first day as an individual, but have become a team, and you should always be very proud of that. When you leave here tonight as certified corrections officers, always remember the things you have learned, be professional in your life, and always be respectful to all you come in contact with. Take care of yourselves and your families. You've been a great class to have as my first Corrections Academy. I truly thank you all for that. So when I took over as the director in 2024, the one thing I'm not a big fan of is standing in front of all you teaching. So what I did is convince the sheriffs that they should speak to help take some time away from me, as well as some of the class. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Cayuga County Sheriff Brian Skank to come up and be the first to speak.
Thank you, Director. Good morning, everyone. My name is Brian Skank, and I have the privilege of serving as the Cayuga County Sheriff. It's an honor for me to be here with all of you today and to be the first to congratulate each of our graduates. You made it. You've earned it. You've earned your seat here at this ceremony today. But before you officially graduate, I have another question for you that you're going to have to answer for me. You might have thought your tests and quizzes were over, but we've got one more. Luckily for this question, I'm not going to make you answer out loud, and I'm going to actually help you answer it with what I'm about to say. So what is the question? We're going to answer the question, who is the person that's going to be behind your badge? At this time, I'm going to ask each of you graduates to place your right hand over your heart, where your badge is going to be pinned here momentarily. So place your right hand over your heart, graduates. And I want you to think about these answers as I give you my perspective. So who will be behind your badge? Behind your badge will be a member of a local sheriff's office that is sworn to support the constitutions of the United States and the state of New York while faithfully discharging their duties to the best of their ability. Behind your badge will be an individual that has answered the call to serve and has proven that they have what it takes to complete the academy training and move on to field training. And I'm certain that you're going to be successful as you move forward. Behind your badge will be an individual that is part of something much larger than they are. You are part of a team that includes not only your respective agency, but all that wear the badge. Your actions are not only a reflection of who you are as an individual, they are a reflection on all of us and of our profession. Behind your badge will be someone that will be tasked with addressing the worst that society has to offer, those that have no respect for our criminal justice system or for others. You'll also work with many that are suffering from mental illness, addiction, and have been abused themselves. You must never lose sight of the fact that it is your duty to treat all people with respect and dignity, regardless of their backgrounds and history that brings them in contact with us. They will be sons, daughters, fathers, mothers, family members, and friends of others in our communities. You must always treat those we serve as you would want your family members or friends to be treated if they were in that situation. Behind your badge will be someone that must always stay safe, rely on your training, stay vigilant, seek out additional training, and never become complacent. Behind your badge will be someone that should always be proud to wear it. It's a symbol of honor and of public trust. A limited number of people have what it takes to earn the ability to wear that badge. While it may not always feel like the public has our back, I can tell you that the majority of people that we serve do. You'll be looked up to. Make sure that you always earn the public's respect. And perhaps most important, behind your badge will be a family member and a friend that must never lose sight of the obligations they have outside of work. Make time for your family and friends. Make time for you. Take care of yourself. Stay healthy and stay well. Never be afraid to ask for help if you need it. You are part of a much larger law enforcement family now, and we all have your backs. You can put your arms down now. Thank you. Graduates, congratulations again to each and every one of you. Welcome to an incredibly rewarding career of service. It will always be what you make of it. In closing, thank you, Director Kaiser, our Academy staff, those that provided the training for this Academy, and everyone that makes our Academy work. I appreciate the outstanding job that you all do. And finally, thank you to everyone here supporting our graduates and the work that we do in our profession. To all the moms, dads, significant others, family members, and friends, thank you for supporting these heroes who've answered the call. They couldn't pursue this career without your support. I appreciate you, and we all appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. With that, I'll now call up Ontario County Under Sheriff Michael Rago.
Good morning. I'm Under Sheriff Michael Rago and privileged to be here today with you to celebrate the class of 2025 Corrections Academy. Distinguished graduates of the first annual Finger Lakes Law Enforcement Corrections Academy, today we celebrate your achievements and commitment to safeguarding our communities. You've shown resilience, adaptability, and a profound sense of duty. To the family members of these fine officers, thank you for sharing your loved ones with our family. As you return to your agencies as certified corrections officers, remember that every action you take impacts the lives and shapes the community in which we all live in. Uphold your values, lead with integrity, continue to grow. Each and every one of you in the very near future will have an opportunity to make a profound impact on the people that you interact with. And always remember this, however this interaction goes, it will now set their expectation for the next time they interact with an officer in uniform. If someone's being difficult, figure out why. If it's because of a negative experience with law enforcement, change their perspective, because we're here to help. All of us are here to help, truly. With that, remember that although your instructors have taught you an incredible amount of information and knowledge in the last 11 weeks, your sheriff hired you because of the person that you are and the values that you have and have possessed prior to going to this academy, and that you and only you can give that away. With that, I offer congratulations to you and your class and thank all the sheriffs that made this happen, along with the jail administrators and Director Kaiser. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Next, I'll have Seneca County Sheriff Timothy Thompson come up.
Good morning. My name is Tim Thompson. I have the honor of serving as Seneca County Sheriff. I would like to start by saying thank you to Director Kaiser and the instructors that made this Corrections Academy possible this year. I think Director Kaiser probably learned more about corrections than he ever knew. When we started these conversations early last year, he definitely had a lot to figure out in a short amount of time, so thank you to the director. I'm very excited for the future of a Finger Lakes Law Enforcement Academy Corrections School. I think the future is very bright with the opportunities of having all the agencies work together towards a common goal. To the family and friends of these graduates, thank you for sharing these great officers with us, and thank you for being their support system. These are difficult jobs, and they need to lean on you throughout their careers. Please be there for them during good times and bad, and I certainly thank you for being here today. And to the officers, congratulations on a job well done. You are the very first Finger Lakes Law Enforcement Corrections Academy class, and you should be very proud of that. We appreciate your effort and dedication. I want to thank you personally for doing a difficult job, a job that many people shy away from, a job that many people are afraid of. I only wish for your continued safety as you continue to serve and protect. I want to leave you with one last thing. Always do the right thing, even when the right thing is difficult. You will be faced with many challenges in this line of work, and you only have one opportunity to maintain your integrity. Be the officer that everyone looks up to. Be the officer that everyone knows will always do the right thing. Congratulations, and again, I wish for nothing but safety and success in your future. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff. Next, we'll have Schuyler County Sheriff Kevin Rumsey come up.
Good morning. My name is Kevin Rumsey, and I have the honor of serving Schuyler County as their sheriff. First, I'd like to thank the Director Kaiser and all the instructors for putting this class on, and also all the admin who have put this academy together that let little old Schuyler County be a part of it. Thank you. Through your professionalism and your real-life experience, you are molding and teaching the next generation of professionals to lead our agencies. Your time and devotion to that should never be taken lightly and is not unnoticed or unappreciated. Thank you to all of you. To the families of these fine men and women before you, thank you for your support in each of them. They will need it. As they go forward in their careers, they will experience a lot of great moments and some not so great. If they are supported by all of you and they always know that you'll be there for them, it'll make those times that aren't so great much easier to tolerate. And most of the time, that support is just an ear to listen to them, or possibly the embrace after work that lasts just a little bit longer after their rough day. You are the backbone to their success. To the new corrections officers we're here celebrating today, congratulations on your achievement and your new career. I'd like to give you 3 pieces of advice today. Number 1, never stop learning. No matter what amount of time you have on the job, you'll always be able to learn something new. And that teaching may come from someone who doesn't have much time on the job at all. Be open to learning. Number 2, challenge yourself. You have the moral courage to challenge yourself and to volunteer for that extra duty, to take on the task no one else wants to do. Give yourself the chance to grow inside your career, even if what you're tackling is a little bit out of your comfort zone. Thirdly, during the times when the job seems like it's a lot or just things aren't going right, stop and ask yourself, what am I doing to make the situation better? How can I change my attitude or my outlook on this to make a more positive outcome? You will be shocked at the outcome you can have on making a negative a positive just by doing that. Lastly, I'll leave you with more of a teaching moment than advice. You're going to hear a lot about mental health today and the way our profession can weigh on us. Mental health is something that should be talked about more and the negative stigma around it thrown out. Remember, it's okay to not be okay. It's how you deal with it that makes or breaks you. It's how you deal with it that makes you professional in this rewarding career. Talk to your coworkers. They're going through it with you. Talk to your more experienced coworkers. They've been there. Talk with your leaders. They have been there as well, and I know they are willing to get you all the assistance and help you will ever need. Congratulations. God bless you all, and be safe.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have Tompkins County Sheriff Derek Osborne.
Hi, everybody. I'm Derek Osborne, Sheriff of Tompkins County. Congratulations to each and every one of you on completing the Corrections Academy. You've worked hard to get here, and while the journey was tough, I hope you found moments to enjoy your time on day shift. That time may be coming to an end, along with weekends off for now, but you're stepping into something even more meaningful. The job isn't easy. It comes with long hours, high stress, and situations most people couldn't begin to understand. But despite the challenges, it can be one of the most rewarding careers you'll ever have. I can tell you from experience, your time in this profession will fly by. Remember this, you are the last line in the criminal justice system. The jail is where all society's problems eventually converge. The way you do your job can make a real difference. You might influence whether someone chooses to turn their life around, how they reconnect with their families, or how they carry themselves if they encounter law enforcement again in the future. Even when the work feels thankless, remember, it matters. Public praise might be rare, but your dedication does not go unnoticed. You are essential to public safety, and you are appreciated. Stay positive. Be the example others look up to. Take care of yourself, both physically and mentally. This work takes a toll, and you need to be at your best to do it right. Family and friends, don't underestimate the power of your support. Be there for them when the weight becomes too much to carry alone. And above all, love what you do. When you find purpose in your role, even the hardest days become worth it. Be proud of what you achieve, be safe out there, and welcome to the team. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. And last but not least, Yates County Sheriff Frank Ryan.
Good morning. My name is Frank Ryan. I'm the Yates County Sheriff. Thank you all for coming today to support your family members that are on the stage here today. First and foremost, congratulations to you all on successfully completing the course and certification as corrections officers. It's not an easy task. I can remember back to the days in 1993 when I went through the same school. Things were very different back then. Without repeating what others have already said, thank you for accepting the challenges that are ahead of you. A career in corrections is a noble one. You'll be asked to take on a variety of tasks as you move forward in this field. Face the challenges with honesty, integrity, and professionalism. If you always perform in that matter, your careers will take you places. We have confidence in your abilities. Use the skills and techniques that you've been taught to make each and every day a successful one. Take the time to make a difference in someone's life and be a positive role model for those that you interact with each and every day, inside and outside of the facilities. Your career will require you to wear many different hats in the pursuit of rehabilitation and reintegration of those incarcerated individuals that you deal with. Do it with professionalism and pride. Again, thank you all and congratulations to you all, and welcome to the family of law enforcement.
Thank you, sir. So we said before, I took over last year. I really appreciate that the sheriffs and chiefs of the Finger Lakes Law Enforcement Academy gave me the opportunity to take on corrections, being that, as I said earlier, I didn't even step into a pod until not just a few weeks ago. So To be able to do this is a great honor, to have the trust that I'd be able to handle this. Thank you all for all of you coming today and having that faith in me to do this Corrections Academy. For the class, it's been an honor, and I just want to say this now because once we get going, everybody's going to be wanting to celebrate and head out. But I just want to thank this class. You've been wonderful. It's been amazing to be here with you guys, and I look forward to seeing you go further through your career and continue on. So we have 3 people today in the class that will be coming up to speak, share their experiences. The first person I'm going to have come up is Ontario County Corrections Officer Hannah Patrick.
Good morning, I'm Hannah Patrick. Oh gosh, okay. This is my first time if you can't tell. Okay. Now that that's out of the way. Good morning, everybody. Oh gosh, okay. I want to say thank you to all the honored instructors, academy staff, department leadership, families, friends, and to my fellow graduates. Thank you to the director of FLIA for hosting an incredible academy. This academy was put together very well, and it gave us all the experience we needed to continue our careers as corrections officers. This moment is one that many of us have looked forward to, even on the days when we weren't sure we'd get here. Today isn't just about receiving our certificate, it's about everything we went through to earn it. The long days, the early mornings, the sweat, endless drills, the late night studying, and perhaps most importantly, the mental and emotional challenges we faced and overcame. When we first walked into Academy, most of us weren't quite sure what to expect, and I know I wasn't sure what to expect. We all came from different backgrounds, different experiences, and different walks of life. But we all had one thing in common, and that was a desire to serve, to protect, and to step into a profession that demands discipline, integrity, and strength. And the kind of strength that doesn't come from lifting weights, but from standing firm in your values when things get hard. And trust me, they did get hard, and they do get hard. We were pushed past our comfort zones, and we had to get comfortable being uncomfortable, like right now. We were tested not just on our knowledge of policies and procedures, but on our ability to work under pressure, to remain calm in tense situations, and to communicate effectively, clearly, and with purpose. Some days were tougher than others, but we kept going, and as many of you would say, we embraced the suck. I think that's fair to say. We built a bond that only people who've walked through this kind of training can understand, and the way my fellow graduates helped me through getting pepper sprayed, tased, or my nervousness before reality-based training, or even before getting up here to speak. It's not something that I take for granted, so I thank you all for that. And the relationships I built here will last forever. This academy wasn't just a school, but it was a transformation, and we entered as civilians, and today we will leave as corrections officers, ready to take on one of the most challenging jobs in the justice system. So let's just take a moment to reflect on what that means to be a corrections officer. Correction officers don't just work behind locked doors and fences, but we're the line that maintains order in a place where chaos can break out at any moment. We ensure safety not only for our staff and the public, but also the incarcerated individuals in our custody. We deal with people at their lowest moments, many of whom have never had structure, guidance, or accountability in their lives. And while our job is rooted in control and security, it also demands compassion, fairness, and professionalism. To our instructors, I want to say thank you. You gave us more than just training. You gave us the tools to survive and succeed. You didn't sugarcoat anything, and you showed us the reality of the job, and you held us to a high standard. Every drill, every critique, and every correction, it all mattered. And you prepared us not just to pass the test, but to handle real life. You showed us that having strength isn't about showing force, but it's about showing restraint. After everything we have learned here at the Academy, I've never felt more confident in my abilities to effectively perform the duties of a corrections officer. To our families and loved ones, thank you for your patience and your support. You sacrificed alongside us, and you lifted us up when we were tired, frustrated, or doubting ourselves. We know that this career will demand more of your support in the years to come, and we don't take that for granted. Congratulations to the first and best FLIA Corrections Academy. We set a high standard for the following classes. We started this journey as strangers, but we're leaving it as brothers and sisters in uniform. No one will ever understand what this experience was like except the people who stood next to us in formation, ran beside us during PT, and shared those exhausted glances after a long day of training. I want to thank you all for being beside me as I grew as a person in this career and as I took the role of class captain. We all grew into our motto, unseen strength, unwavering integrity, and it was an honor to experience new training with you all by my side. As we move forward into our respective institution and careers, let's remember why we started. Let's carry ourselves with pride, stay sharp, stay safe, and always stay professional. We're not just showing up for a paycheck, but we're stepping into a role that comes with real responsibility, and let's honor that responsibility every day. Thank you. I'm now going to turn it over to Harris Harbas from Cayuga County.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Sorry, I had to lift it up pretty high here. Thanks, Patrick. So my name is Deputy Harbas from Cayuga County Sheriff's Department. So first and foremost, I just want to thank the director, instructors, and my fellow cadets. For those that don't know me, I am Deputy Harbas from Cayuga County Sheriff's Department. My family is from Bosnia and Herzegovina, and I am first generation in the United States. Ever since I was little, I wanted to be in law enforcement. Here I am standing speaking to all of you today, accomplishing this goal. When I first started at the academy, I was nervous along with everyone else in our class, like this moment here. We all sat there quietly, just staring at each other in silence, not knowing anything about one another. But day by day, we became closer as a class. We went from not saying a word to each other to cheering each other on at every possible situation we encountered in the academy. Without this class, I don't think this academy would have flew by this fast. Although it was stressful at times in the academy, we made sure we stuck by each other and made sure we all got through whatever was thrown at us. Knowing I was blessed with classmates like this, I know I'll always have someone to talk to, no matter the situation, with their full support. Not only did we build friendships with each other in the academy, but also outside of it, whether it was going bowling for the first time or getting food together on our lunch breaks. We always had a good time with each other with plenty of laughs, especially when Bluto was there. Looking back, our time in the academy would have been a lot longer and harder if we didn't have each other. Physical fitness, defensive tactics, firearms, RBT or EVOC, we overcame the most difficult situations thrown at us and made sure we all supported each other through every single scenario and got through it. I pray we all go home at the end of the day and have a safe career ahead of us. Here's to FLIA's Corrections Class of 2025. Thank you to everyone for coming out today. Tyrell Bluto from Seneca County.
Good morning, friends, family, and supporters of FLIA Class 1. Thank you all for being here. I'm Officer Tyrell Bluto with Seneca County. I want to warn you that some of the phrases and lingo I might use will be inside jokes between the FLIA class, so please use us as your cue to laugh. What a day we've had. We endured so much during this 3-month training academy, from being sprayed, getting tased, and beating one another up during DT, to sitting through what felt like a purgatory filled with slides, PowerPoints, and the occasional video that I swear had to be recorded on a 1980s camcorder. With the power of nicotine, caffeine, and 15-minute breaks, and the occasional, all the time, game of rummy, we were able to overcome all this so we could attend the graduation and truly start our careers as correctional officers. Our official class motto is unseen strength, unwavering integrity, but our unofficial, official class motto is embrace the suck. You might be asking yourself, what on earth does that mean? Well, let me paint a picture for you. You've just finished running 3 miles, unless you're me, doing a wall sit for 10 minutes with 25 pounds, with a 25-pound medicine ball being passed back and forth, and doing numerous air squats. Unbeknownst to you, a swarm of insects known as the burpee bugs are closing in ready for attack. Burpee bugs are invisible to the naked eye and have no known weaknesses and feed off of blood, sweat, and tears of its victims. We were its victims. Embracing the suck is having the understanding that sometimes that something really bad is going to happen, but you keep smiling because you're doing it with friends. Kind of like if the numbers double, you get half the beatings. Or like when you're at range and yelling, "Yes, sit on it," like Steve Harvey, to take your classmates' mind off the fact that it's snowing out, the targets keep blowing off, and you forgot your hand warmers. Cold is just a mindset. We learned when we found ourselves getting in our own heads and overthinking the unknown that a simple us would help us lock in and prepare for what we were about to face. I've learned so much about my fellow classmates. Meunier is a great duet partner. Bish has more heart and refuses to give up on her dream. Pixley will carry you in any video game. Natalie has got to be my biggest competition when it comes to the class clown contest. Also, he knows everybody everywhere. Kramer with a C has his own business. Wheeler hates Little Bo Peep and loves bettering his self-defense capabilities. Peter Ball, give him respect, he'll give you respect. Brendan has years of experience and probably could have taught some of these courses. Patrick, every day is a great day if she sees the sunrise. Barracuda can yell. Jones can smile and kind of like the burpee bugs has no known weaknesses. Harboss wants to be a first generation in law enforcement and has the funniest one-liners. Reinhardt knows how to brake properly. Ryan is a professional crash out. Shippers is a great passenger princess on a plane. Chilson is swole but prefers de-escalate intense situations when he can. And Smithling likes to sandbag and rummy and loves cows. I would like to end my speech by expressing my gratitude to the groups that have helped us during this academy. First, our instructors that have developed and sharpened our skills necessary to be corrections officer. I'm sure many of you have been told there's no such thing as a stupid question. Well, unconsciously, my class took it upon themselves to test the limits of this statement. The questions would include, what's your name? What's your name? What's your last name? What are your charges? If there's no oxygen in space, then how is the sun on fire? Because the sun needs oxygen. So if there is oxygen in space, how close do you have to get to the sun to be able to breathe? Or my personal favorite, if I put a fish in a bowl, because fish don't need oxygen, and let it out in space, would it survive? A quick Google search told me an interesting fact that the average temperature in space is negative 460 degrees. So safe to say this fish should bring a sweater and maybe some hand warmers. The patience our instructors showed is a testament to what they deal with at work on a daily basis. To the friends and family in the audience, I want to remind you that your support does not go unnoticed. We appreciate the sacrifice you have involuntarily signed up for, and I ask that you continue to remind myself and fellow classmates that our work matters to someone. As we sacrifice holidays, birthday, anniversaries, and other significant life events, it is not without reason. To my fellow classmates, I want to say thank you for putting up with me these past 3 months. I'm sure there have been multiple times where you've thought, I should slap him upside the head. And you would be justified, according to Article 35. I want to extend my appreciation for all the work that you have put in throughout these past 12 weeks. I know wherever we go in life and in our careers, we will always be able to reach out and ask each other for help or guidance. You can always count on me for anything, and remember to establish dominance. I will now turn it back over to Director Kaiser.
Everyone here tonight has worked very hard and should be applauded for their efforts. There are some that we'd like to recognize for this. The first word we're going to talk about is physical fitness. I said earlier, it's not required by DCGS, but we did bring that in, and we thank our few PT instructors that did help, take care of helping do this. All of this class worked very hard. They put in a lot of effort. They took a pre-test, and when it was over with, they had a final test. So our two top award winners are Richard Chilson from Seneca County and Hannah Patrick from Ontario County. If you stand. Thank you. I went and worked out with them one day, and it reminded me I shouldn't do that because I forgot how old I was. They were the wall sits that Tyrell Bluto talked about were not a joke. So I'm proud of all of you for putting in that effort. The skills involving firearms are crucial. Safety, situational awareness, and proficiency are all taught. This year we had several people get at least 100 in 3 qualifying rounds. Each qualifying round involves a recruit firing 50 rounds from varying distances. And when I read the recipients' names, I'm going to ask them to stand to be recognized. So these are all people that have gotten at least 100 during their 3 qualifying rounds. Tyrell Bluto, Seneca County. Jessica Jones, Schuyler County. Nicholas Natale, Ontario County. Jacob Pixley, Tompkins County. And Amy Smithling, Ontario County. Congratulations. Have a seat. So this year's firearms took place beginning of April. With the way the weather has been this year, I can guess you can imagine what kind of weather it was. I pulled in one day to see how they were doing, turned into the other parking lot and went inside as it was 20 miles an hour winds. It was snowing, and I wasn't going to stand out there and brave it with them. They had some bad conditions, but they all worked hard and did it. So it's no small achievement to be able to be the top shot. When I reviewed the scores, there was a couple people that were right there close together to win this award, but it can only go to one person. And the highest average score for the 3 qualifying rounds, Tyrell Bluto, Seneca County. Congratulations. As I mentioned before, not all the training involves running and shooting, being shot at, fighting, or driving. There's a large portion of the academy that's spent in the classroom. It's my honor to present the academic award for highest average of the exams they took. This year's top academic award goes to Hannah Patrick, Ontario County. Now for the highest overall award that combines academics, RBT, which is the reality-based training, defensive tactics, firearms. This person has no idea they won unless they figured it out on their own. I did not tell them who won ahead of time on purpose. So moving forward, they will have their name on a plaque. It'll be the first ever person to be the valedictorian for the corrections class. So for 2025, top overall student, Hannah Patrick, Ontario County. Congratulations to all of you, and thank you for how hard all of you worked. So now we'll start with a presentation of certificates. So we'll go by agency in alphabetical order. So we'll start with Cayuga County.
Harris Harbos, Cayuga County Sheriff's Office. Grace Ryan, Cayuga County Sheriff's Office. Under Sheriff Mike Rago, Ontario County Sheriff's Office. Cody Meunier, Ontario County Sheriff's Office. It was falling off. Fix your bed, bud. Hannah Patrick, Ontario County Sheriff's Office.
Oh, shit.
Nicholas Natali, Ontario County Sheriff's Office. Amy Smithling, Ontario County Sheriff's Office. Michael Wheeler, Ontario County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Kevin Rumsey, Schuyler County Sheriff's Office. Jessica Jones, Schuyler County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Timothy Thompson, Seneca County Sheriff's Office. Tyrell Bluto, Seneca County Sheriff's Office. Richard Chilson, Seneca County Sheriff's Office. Noah Reinhardt, Seneca County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Derek Osborne, Tompkins County Sheriff's Office. Jacob Pixley, Tompkins County Sheriff's Office. Jeremy Puterbaugh, Tompkins County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Frank Ryan, Yates County Sheriff's Office. Jonathan Barrett, Yates County Sheriff's Office. Zach Brennan, Yates County Sheriff's Office. Evelyn Bish, Yates County Sheriff's Office. Jonathan Kramer, Yates County Sheriff's Office. Except for our graduating class, could I ask everybody to rise and recognize our newest graduates of the Finger Lakes Law Enforcement Academy, Class 2025. Congratulations.
I'll have a seat. I just want to take a moment to thank FLCC again. Thank our photographer that's come, the President and I for allowing us to be here, as well as everybody from FLTV and that works here at FLCC to broadcast this. On the back of the program is the places that you're able to see and view this later on. While I was listening to the sheriff's speeches, I did log in quick to YouTube and watched it, and they do an amazing job, the graphics and everything with it, so it came out very good. So we thank everybody for that. At this time, I'll call Chief Matthew Nielsen, the chairman of the Finger Lakes Law Enforcement Academy, up for some closing remarks. After he finishes, please stay seated. We're going to have the class relocate to the audience.
Officially, good afternoon, everyone. I think it's noon. My name's Matt Nielsen. I'm the chief of the Canandaigua Police Department and the chairman of the Finger Lakes Law Enforcement Academy. I'd like to say this is a big event. The basic corrections school at the academy, being held by the academy, was several years in the making, and we're glad it came to fruition this year for everyone. I'll also say that my career began in law enforcement 28 years ago when I was hired by the Yates County Sheriff's Office to work as a corrections officer. So I have a lot of respect for the position you have. It's a very difficult job and very professional. I'm glad to see we could pull it together for the academy for all of you, so we can respect and honor you the way that you deserve. I will say that some older people at the Yates County Jail may have had some stories about me. None of them are true. None of them. So, but today I would like to welcome all of our friends and family, our Sheriff's Office administrations, our and staff, our academy instructors, police dignitaries, and other distinguished guests. Most importantly, welcome our members of the Finger Lakes Law Enforcement Academy's Corrections Officer graduating class of 2025. As your chairman of the Finger Lakes Law Enforcement Academy, it is one of my greatest honors to speak at this commencement. Today we are celebrating the success of the collaboration between law enforcement agencies to bring you to the inaugural Corrections Officer Academy class for the Finger Lakes Law Enforcement Academy. More importantly, we are here to celebrate your individual accomplishments and officially welcome our new corrections officers into the law enforcement profession. It has been 85 days since you entered the halls of the Ontario County Training Center to begin your journey into the noble profession of becoming corrections officers. During this time, you've completed 413 hours of academy classroom instruction and practical exercises in controlled environments in order to progress to this graduation date. Even though you will continuously learn and evolve through your career, to date you have displayed competence and won our confidence in the skills that you have learned in your quest to become professional corrections officers. The courage you have displayed to endure this type of training in order to voluntarily trade a life of self-preservation for one of service to your communities is commendable. On behalf of our law enforcement leaders representing the Finger Lakes Law Enforcement Academy, we all know that many of the challenges you will certainly face during your career. No matter what, maintain your professionalism and show others dignity and respect. Abide by the golden rule to always treat those you are called to assist as you wish for your own family and friends to be treated in similar circumstances. It takes courage to accept this responsibility and face adversity, and for this, you have won all of our admiration. We thank you for that. We also want you to remember that every day that you put on your uniform and head out to make your portion of the world under your control a better place for others, do not forget about the things in the world that bring you joy, and that your loved ones are also part of that world. Never take for granted your own family, as they will feel the excitement and the burdens of the profession on them as well. They will be there during the best of times. They'll be there during the worst of times. They will notice when you're under stress. They will notice when you're having an exciting day. They will know when you're having a bad day without you saying so. They will know when you're finding a breaking point. They will not know how to keep you engaged in normal life at times, so you have to help them, no matter what. Do not withdraw from your families and the things that bring both of you joy. Find balance and keep going to those birthday and Christmas parties. Keep being your kid's little league coach or soccer coach. Keep making time for those date nights. This is the best way we can keep perspective and find a positive light in a profession that can sometimes bring people great darkness. In closing, the law enforcement agencies of the Finger Lakes area are very pleased to have you as newly minted corrections officers. This is your day to shine. Do not tarnish what you have accomplished or lose sight of who you are while you're in the uniform. What you've chosen to do is a calling, and it takes a great deal of courage. the courage to stand up for what's right, no matter what, the courage to take on difficult tasks in this noble profession, the courage to take on difficult tasks in this noble and distinguished career with professionalism, no matter what. God bless each of you for all the courage you will find within yourselves for the years of this challenging but rewarding career. On behalf of the member agencies of the Finger Lakes Law Enforcement Academy, you are now certified corrections officers. Congratulations.
In a moment, we're going to have them relocate, as I said. Just as a reminder, as we're getting close to the end of this. Afterwards, do photos, take your time. Please feel free to go down to the very end of this hallway by the cafeteria. There is lunch down there. You can sit in that room. You're able to use the cafeteria, find any open tables, and enjoy the time with your family members that are up here. With that, Chief Reed.
Class, attention! Left, face! Forward, march!
Before the video starts, just when you think the video's over, Mr. Reinhardt tricks you into thinking it is, and then it continues. So hold your applause until you actually hear the recruit's applause. There's many little breaks that he throws in for tricks.
Take seat!
In Yates County, this is what you look like before you're sprayed. This is what you look like when you make bad life choices.
Cody Monnier, Ontario County. This is me before I get sprayed.
Cody Monnier, Ontario County. This is me after getting sprayed.
Hell yeah. Yep.
Jacob Pixley, Tompkins County. This is me before getting sprayed.
Sir Pixley, what just happened to you, my good friend?
I got fucking pepper spray.
Tyrell Bluto, Seneca County. This is me before I get sprayed.
What just happened to you, man?
Bluto, and you're watching Jackass.
I am Jesse Jones from Schuyler County, and I'm being forced to do this video. This is me before I get sprayed. That was freaking awesome.
John Kramer, Yates County. This is me before I get sprayed.
I got sprayed with OC.
Hell yeah. Go ahead.
Evelyn Bish, Yates County. This is me before I get sprayed. This is after I got sprayed.
Awesome.
Hannah Patrick, Ontario County, and this is me before I get sprayed.
Hannah Patrick, Ontario County. The sun is out. It's a good day.
Chris Chilson, Seneca County. This is before I got sprayed.
Chilson, what just happened to you, man?
Just got sprayed.
Oh yeah.
Hi, I'm Mike Whaler, and this is me before I take my last breath.
All right, let's hit it. You're good.
I'm Mike Wheeler. I love my life.
Yates County. This is me before I get sprayed.
Mr. Barrett.
Hi, this is Amy Smithling from Ontario County, and this is me before I get sprayed. This is Amy Smithling, and that sucked, but I got it done.
Hell yeah. Go.
Derek Peterball, Tompkins County. This is me before being sprayed. This is me after spray.
All right, go ahead.
Nick Natale, Ontario County. This is me before I get sprayed.
Nick Natale, Ontario County. That sucked.
Go ahead.
Hi, Haley Shipper County. This is me before I get sprayed.
Okay.
This is me after OC spray.
Awesome. Go ahead.
Harris Harbaugh, Union County. This is me before I get sprayed.
All right, go ahead.
This is me after OC spray.
Ready? Noah Reinhardt, Seneca County. This is me before I get sprayed.
My name's Noah Reinhardt, and I fucking hate my life.
Yeah, Kramer.